Welcome to the college football playoff. The season's had plenty of ups and downs, but all the drama has led up to this point, the beginning of this 12-team playoff in front of a home crowd and a raucous environment. And our matchup tonight sets up a potential Cinderella story, the last team to qualify for this 12-team playoff on the road against a team that likely believes it should be resting and watching this first-round game on TV. This is a dangerous spot for the home team and a chance for the underdog to spring an upset and move on to the quarterfinals. As we'll see the number 12 seed in this playoff, the Appalachian State Mountaineers, taking on the number 5 seed in the playoff, the Oklahoma Sooners. 3A Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined as always by Kirk Herbstreit. We have been waiting for this, the college football playoff with an on-campus environment. Can't wait to get this going. He's going to bring this out a few yards deep in the end zone. Tackled at the 23, brought it out, tried to make a play, but good coverage that time. The Oklahoma Sooners offense comes on the field first today. And as this quarterback takes the field, eager to see how he plays today, there's a certain gravity about him. You can tell from the warm-up song the way the team responds and rallies around him. Can he come through on a big stage here?
Yeah, this guy is their Superman. And when that opening kickoff is kicked up into the air, his cape goes on. He sets everything into place, gets the offense out of jams, does it in pressure situations. He's the arms and legs of this offensive system, but also the heart of this team.
And the quarterback keeps it here. Pitches to the back. They make the tackle, but enough for a first down. Textbook execution on the option.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
Again, makes it second and medium. They'll switch it up here, looking to throw. Didn't see anybody open, just throws it away. That's now going to bring out third down. See if the offense can move the chains off that incompletion. On third down, he drops the throw. Hit as he releases it, and the pass ball is incomplete.
Gosh, I just love to watch this defense fly around. Great job here on third down. Look at it. You're on the road. Things are going against you early in the game, and you block all of that out, and you're running around with confidence making plays.
Not a very good boot. Sets up the offense in great field position. And the punt lands out of bounds. Let's see exactly where they'll spot it here. Mountaineers offense takes the field. Our first chance to see them today. All right, Kirk, let's take a quick look at the impact players for today's game and how they're going to affect the outcome.
These are your leaders on the field and in the locker room. These are your go-to guys, not only when you need a play to be made, but also when you need somebody to rally your team.
On first and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Quarterback escapes the pocket and takes off. He'll avoid the tackle there with a slide.
Well, they did a good job of getting pressure on the quarterback, but, man, make the play. Bring him down. Instead, they give up positive yards here on the scramble.
It's early, but this crowd is fired up. Listen to this noise here. This is going to be tough for the visitors today. You bring him down, but he makes the... solid game.
Great execution on the RPO. Quarterback does a nice job as he's putting the ball into the belly of the back, making sure to read his key. This defense was determined. They came up to stop the run. Quarterback saw it, pulled it out, hit the quick slant right behind it for some great yards.
They bring down the receiver, but that's a nice gain on that play.
Well, here the defense decided to sit back and play zone, and that front didn't do a good job of pressuring the quarterback. He had the time to make the throw, and he put it on target.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw it. Grab down the middle. It's Welch. Touchdown, App State. No chance to catch it.
That kind of play is almost impossible to defend. When the quarterback is throwing the ball with that kind of accuracy and timing, and the receiver runs a route like this, good luck trying to stop it. So maybe this is a great start for this combination of this quarterback and receiver for a big day.
PAT is good, so it's 7-0. Now the kickoff team is out on the field. Return starts from inside the 5. And the coverage team brings him down at the 26. And the Sooners offense is back on the field. They were forced to punt last time. Can they get this offense going finally? Get some points out of this possession. They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4.
What makes a really good counterplay is selling it to the defense. You're going to go one way and then handing it off in the opposite direction. But if you don't sell it, you're just giving the defense more time to see what's going on. They can come up and make the tackle, just like you saw there.
Oh, here comes the reverse. And they bring him down. That's a very solid gain, but still well short of the mark.
I'm a fan of any time you can get the ball into his hands. I think it's a win. Didn't go for a huge amount of yards, but it's the threat of what it potentially can do, and it gives him another opportunity to get his hands on the football.
They make the tackle there, but a penalty marker is on the field. Let's see what that's about.
What I always love to see on these offsides call is when they're always pointing at each other. You know, he did it. I didn't do it. Put it on him. We know this time it's on the defense. They're going to make the right call.
One of those critical third down plays coming up. Can he make it to the marker? That'll pick up first down yardage very near the 40.
It's a good job here by this offensive line and the running back. Listen, these guys have really had a lot to do with why they're in this playoff game, right? So give it to the offensive line in the back, get the first down on this third and short, and see what you can do from here.
Solid gain, moves the ball to the 43.
Hey, listen, you don't always have to have big plays to be successful. It's a nice, solid gain here, keeps you on schedule, and you get ready for that next play.
He's brought down, but there is a flag on the field. Let's check out this call. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. Offense getting set. It's second down. He'll hand it off. Solid run. Tackled at the 45-yard line.
Well, I feel like they called that knowing chances are they're not going to hit a home run. But look at this. Put themselves in a perfect third down situation. It's much more manageable. Now we'll see if they can convert.
That moves the football inside the 40, and it's another first down.
Great job here by this offense being able to convert. Let's face it, they've dug themselves a hole. They're down here early in this game. With all this hype, the last thing you want to do is have to punt the ball. Come up with a conversion.
Oh, and he's in the clear now. It's a foot race. And he's finally forced out of bounds inside the 10. Big play to set up a first and goal.
There's nothing more that helps an offense than committing to that running game and popping an explosive run like this on the ground. Keeps the
muscles across the goal line. Touchdown, Oklahoma. Extra point try coming now.
Well, that's an example right there of what vision and patience and ability can do for a running back. He was on a mission to get into the end zone, and really, he made it look easy.
And the return starts just inside the end zone. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. The outside offense goes back on the field. They punched it in the last possession. Can they do it again, or will this defense make some adjustments to get a stop? They'll run it out of the shotgun. A gain of 2 yards. Now it's second down and 8.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense has countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage and not give up big run plays.
This line getting set up. It's a first down play.
Just what a great battle here at the line of scrimmage. Good push by the offensive line, and the back does enough to be able to pick up the first down.
Goes a stiff arm. And he'll make his way out of bounds after gaining decent yardage.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
Caught quickly. And they wrap him up, but the gain is good enough for a first down. And a player is down injured after that last play. We'll take a timeout while they check him out. First down and 10 now. Quick completion to the tight end. Defense makes the tackle, but the clock running. That'll probably be the final play of this first quarter. Here's the second down play. So at the end of one, we are dead even as these teams continue their pursuit of a national championship. Let's take a quick look at the game summary so far. We've got a good one in our hands, which we hope for in a playoff game as we begin the second period. Offense getting set for a second down here to begin the quarter. Looks right for a quick completion. Defense surrounds him. Just a short gain on that completion.
How about this defense? That is called team pursuit. Swarming to this wide receiver on the screen and not allowing him to get his momentum upfield.
Looking to throw yet again. That one is incomplete. The defender was right there, and it brings up fourth down now. They bring the punter onto the field now. And the punt will go out of bounds, taking the returner out of play. The Oklahoma offense is back on the field. The last possession was just old school power football. Let's see if they can keep that going here. Here comes the opening play of the drive. It begins from the 33. Here comes a handoff. He's found some room at the 45. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks. More than enough for a first down. Big guys up front lined up. It's first down. And here's the handoff. And the tackle is made after a 4-yard gain. So second and 6. They'll hand it off. That's a nice tackle there by the senior. That run sets up a critical third down play. He'll ride the back again here. Get some space around the 30. And he'll make it in for the score. Touchdown, Oklahoma.
Chris, all week I wondered if this back might get loose and come up with a big play like this. The defense had their back turned, couldn't really see where he was. By the time they realized it, he just had too much speed, and he's able to take it to the end zone.
Kickoff team on the field getting set now. From inside the 15-yard line, bringing it out. And he's tackled at the 21. That's where the drive will start. So the Appalachian State offense back out on the field now. The last drive stalled. They were forced to punt it away. Let's see what they can come up with this time. Play action here on first down. Fires it to the wideout. Looks downfield and finds a receiver who worked his way wide open. Tackle made after a big gain. One play moves the ball to the 44. It'll be first down. Off play action. He's looking to throw. Lets it fly to the wideout. It's a highlight reel diving catch there.
Boy, another positive game for this offense, and this quarterback continues to show how dangerous he is when he has time to throw. The defensive coordinator's got to change up his looks, maybe bring in the blitz, anything they can do to get this quarterback out of this rhythm.
That's incomplete. Even on a first down pass attempt, he felt heavy pressure. Offense lines up for a second down play off the incompletion. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun. Looks downfield and connects with a wide open wide receiver. They bring him down, but a big chunk of yardage on the play.
What a pitch and catch by the quarterback and receiver for a big gain for this offense.
Back now goes in motion. The defense will have to adjust. They don't pick up the blitzers, and it's a sack.
Man, that's how you respond after giving up such a big play through the air. The next play, you get after the quarterback, make some adjustments, and come up with a nice sack.
This offense faces a 2nd and 15. The O-line needs to regroup. Here's the snap, looking to throw here. Quarterback gets down to avoid the tackle.
Boy, it's 2nd down and forever. You know they're going to throw the ball. They want to throw the ball, but to the credit of the defense, there's just nothing open. How about this quarterback? Instead of throwing the ball away, he picks up some big yards.
There's a fumble way behind the line of scrimmage. So they'll retain possession. It's no turnover, but a big loss on the play. So on 4th down, the decision is to trot out the field goal team. And he knocks it right through the uprights.
Oh, Chris, it's a nice kick here to polish off that drive with at least 3 points up on the board.
Following the field goal, the kickoff team is out there now. Fields it just outside the goal line. Gets it to the 25-yard line. That's where they'll start the drive. Okay, so here comes the Oklahoma offense back on the field. They were able to punch it in the end zone last time, looking to do the same thing here to see if the defense can make adjustments. Oh, and he breaks free! It's a foot race! At the 20. Finally goes out of bounds after gobbling up big yardage on that run. The Sooners come to the line with 1st and goal. Keep it on the ground on 1st and goal. And they finally stop it at the 3. The offense really threatening now. 2nd down and goal upcoming. On the ground, trying to power toward the goal line. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. So a huge play to start the drive and get in scoring position, but now it's 3rd and goal. Offense will keep it on the ground here. Fights his way in for the score. Touchdown, Oklahoma. But they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. The extra point is good, and they stretch the lead a little bit more. Kickoff team is on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. They'll return it from inside the 5. And they've got the returner corralled. The App State offense goes back on the field. Tough to win these games kicking field goals. They know they need to reach the end zone this time. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but what I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
Offense getting set. 2nd down play here. From the shotgun, he's probing the secondary. Finds a receiver in the middle of the field. Tackle made after a solid gain. They'll spot the ball at the 34. First down. Looking to throw the football. And he's going to fling it deep, going for it all here. Intercepted in the end zone. Not much on the return, but they snuff out the drive with the takeaway. First down play call. How aggressive will it be? They'll run it here. Try to run it up the middle, but get nothing.
Chris, textbook job by the defense, surrounding the runner and preventing that play from being bounced to the outside.
2nd down play coming up. Fakes the handoff here, looking to throw it. Looking for his big tight end. Finds a man downfield. That's a big gain to the right. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain. More than enough to pick up a first down.
Well, this is why running the football is so important. You run the ball, and then you go play action. It affects the eyes of the safeties and linebackers and frees up some space for the tight end to be able.
And he lofts it toward the sideline. Tried to press the ball deep, but it's incomplete.
Well, it's an incompletion here, and I bet this secondary is going to play a little bit deeper just to make sure they don't get hit on any deep throws later in this game.
Incomplete. Second down coming up. Ball handed off. But the gain is just 1 yard. Sets up a 3rd and 9 now. Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down. And he'll drop back here on 3rd down. And looking for a big play here. Deep ball is caught for a huge gain here. Out of bounds, but not before a huge gain. Offense gets a fresh set of downs. The Sooners begin a new series here, 1st and 10. Looking to throw it from the red zone. Fires it to the wideout. And he's got it. Touchdown, Oklahoma. So it's still early, but this offense beginning to build momentum and build the lead now, Kurt.
As we've seen over the years, Chris, good teams know how to use the first quarter to establish the lead, the second quarter to increase the lead, and the final half just to hold on to it. They're following that blueprint perfectly, widening the distance between them and their opponent before we even get to the locker room.
He's got it inside the 15. Returner tackle right there. That's when they start the drive. So the Appalachian State offense is back out on the field now. We'll see if this quarterback can shake off the interception he threw in the last possession. A little over 20 seconds left here in the first half. They'll come up on 1st and 10. Looking to set up a screen pass here. Runner scoots out of bounds after gaining decent yards.
Good time here to drop this screen in by the offensive coordinator, and a nice job by the running back being able to pick up some positive yards here on this play.
Tackled at the 32. That's enough for a first down. The offense comes back out there. Not much time left. Perhaps just time for a couple plays before the half. Caught over the middle. It's Welch. So a timeout is called. Just a few seconds left here in the first half. Time ticking away. Time for just one more play before halftime. Here comes a first down pass attempt. There's a shot toward the end zone. And he scores. Touchdown, Mountaineers.
Boy, this is a huge score. Not only to cut into the lead, Chris, but just psychologically to be able to score like this. You go in at halftime, you make some adjustments, you get ready to make a big comeback now in the second half.
Now the important point after attempt. Oh, and it's blocked. Still a live ball here. Past the 50. He's past the 30. At the 10 now. And he takes it all the way back for 2 points. What a play. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update.
Thanks, Chris. The magnitude and intensity of these playoff matchups is always something special to be a part of.
And the Sooners will kick this away to start the second half. Well, he thought about coming out, but instead takes a knee. And will bring the football to the 25-yard line. The App State offense goes back on the field. First play of the third quarter is a handoff. And he's stopped after gaining 4 yards. So 2nd and 6. Here comes the up-tempo offense. And now the running back's got it again. Good enough for the first down to the 37.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. It makes them block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
First down and 10. Keep it on the ground. There's the handoff. The gain is 2 yards, so it's 2nd and 8. Offense operating at high tempo now, no huddle. Running back with the football. Defense gets him down, but they'll take the gain on that play. Looks like a player is down injured at that last play. We'll take a timeout while they check it out. Urgency now for the offense. They'd hate to come up empty on this drive, down multiple scores. Can't hold on. Good defensive play. Brings up a 4th down.
Boy, 3rd down and short. They decide to throw the football, roll the dice a bit. Doesn't work out. Now you're at 4th and short. You got to wonder, with this offensive line and this running back, do you run the football to convert, or do they try to go through the air again?
And the Sooners offense is back out on the field. They've really built momentum in this game. It's been hard to stop. And the defense makes some adjustments. Come up with a stop here.
Well, I thought he might shake free there. He's able to break 1 tackle, but give credit to the secondary. Good job in coming up and run support.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. They're going to run it. Running with purpose. Game moves the ball out past the 25-yard line.
I tell you, to be able to pick up a nice gain like that, those offensive linemen have to sustain their blocks. Gave them a chance at a really nice gain.
They make the stop just short of the marker. It's going to be 4th down and inches to go. Talk about aggressive. The head coach keeping the offense on the field inside their own 30. Oh, and a flag before the snap. Looked like the defense jumped into the neutral zone there. Defense. Mental mistake by the defense. It's a 5-yard penalty. So the offense gets a new set of downs after that big mistake on special teams. Using the ground game here. Tailback has the handoff. Breaking free at midfield. Breaks clear. End zone ahead. Touchdown, Oklahoma. Made the defense look slow that time. That's another touchdown for this running back. They can't stop him. Dream performance in this playoff game.
Yeah, this is going to be a performance we're going to be talking about for a long time. I just love watching because he's doing it in so many different ways. We've seen speed. We've seen his physicality. He's breaking tackles. Boy, just an absolute dream scenario, as you said.
And he feels it inside the 15. Stop at the 22. That's pretty solid coverage there. So the Appalachian State offense back out on the field now. The last time they were forced to punt it away. Can they get points out of this possession? They start the drive with a quick throw to the right. To get him down quickly, not much of a gain on that completion.
Boy, this receiver in the slot is giving this defense all kinds of problems. He has another catch on the day. You may want to adjust out, get out of your base, maybe try 5 or 6 defensive backs on the field, somebody that can match up more athletically against this slot receiver.
Tackle made at the 37. That's a solid gain. Fresh set of downs for the offense. 1st down. Grab down the middle. It's Thompson. Brought down, but not before he gets into enemy territory at the 49. It's a 1st and 10 play coming up for the offense. Off the play fake, looking to throw. Lets it go quickly. And it's incomplete, just out of the reach of the receiver. 2nd down play coming up for this offense. Ball handed to the running back. Fighting off the defender. Tough running to avoid a loss that just barely gets back to the line of scrimmage. So the ball at midfield, and now the offense facing a 3rd and long. Dropping back, they're going to throw for the 1st down. He's moving out of the pocket. Breaks loose at the 40. Slides down to avoid the tackle.
Oh, man, this is a tough play for this defense. They have the offense right where they want them on 3rd down. They get the pressure, but they don't account for the quarterback and his ability to scramble and create. Picks up a 1st down to keep this drive going.
Defense. Offense will take the penalty, move them a little farther away from their own goal line. The offense starts with a 1st and 5 after that penalty. The shotgun handoff here. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
Fights off a defender. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
How about the defense on this play right here? Chris, they go with a draw play to try to take an advantage of an aggressive defense that's pinning their ears to get upfield. But instead, it's almost like the defense was expecting the run. They're not surprised at all. They make a great play.
Mental mistake by the defense, a 5-yard penalty. First down here for this offense. Quarterback drops back, probing the secondary. He's got it for a big gain. And he's down after the catch at the 12. A red zone opportunity. See what the call is on 1st and 10. And they'll keep it on the ground. Running back has the handoff. They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4. Defense cannot get off the field. The long drive continues. And they'll give it to the back. Minimal gain brought down short of the marker. So here we go. 3rd down in the red zone. The kind of play that decides football games. Drops back, looking to throw for it on 3rd down. And it's the senior getting home with the sack.
Well, that takes the wind right out of your sails. This offense is trying to find a way to get back into this game, and another pressure and a sack against their quarterback.
And it's good right down the middle.
Snap, the hold, the kick, everything there perfect to put 3 points up here for the offense.
So after the field goal, the kicker out there again to boot it away. And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. He's got some daylight, turning on the speed. Gets some blocks. Can he make it? That's a huge return as time expires here in the 3rd quarter. As with the quarter break, Kurt, Oklahoma has the lead. He played 3 quarters with a chance to stay alive for the national championship. Let's check out the game summary here so far. And now entering the final period of play, is there an epic comeback in store? We're going to find out. What an opportunity here for quick points. 1st and goal from the 3. They'll try to run this one in. Nowhere to run up the middle.
That's an excellent effort here by this defense, staying in their run fix. They're holding their own at the line and making the tackle.
Touchdown, Oklahoma. And this one is getting ugly. We had a short field. The offense did exactly what they're supposed to do. That would have been a big ask for the defense there, Kurt.
Absolutely. But when you're given that kind of field position, anything less than a touchdown would be a disappointment. They did exactly what they needed to do by capitalizing on that short field.
And he'll lead the kickoff right there. We'll start from the 25. The App State offense goes back on the field. After a field goal the last time out, we'll see what they can get here. 1st down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Not able to hook up there. Incomplete. Offense getting set up. Here's 2nd down. After the incompletion on 1st down, looking to throw it again. Makes a quick grab.
I really like what this defensive coordinator's doing right now. He's got a nice lead. Just sit back. The most important thing is tackling this offense inbounds so that clock will keep ticking.
Grab near the sticks. It's Thompson. Moves his way for a 1st down to the 35. A new set of downs after that completion. 1st down, looking to throw the ball. It's a screen pass complete to the running back. And uses his speed to pick up solid yardage. Looks like a man is down on the field after the last play, so we'll take a timeout. Fresh set of downs for the offense after that 1st down completion. And he's got his man open downfield. Big gain across midfield. Tackle finally made to the 32. The offense really clicking against this embattled defense. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Makes the grab. It's Thompson. Brought down, but broke a tackle to produce a solid gain there. Pass complete. It's 2nd down now. And they hand it off to the back. Jukes to get free. They stop him, but it's a first down. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. Brought down short of the end zone at the 3.
Boy, positive yards there on 1st and 10. Good job up front by that offensive line. Good hard running by this running back. And now you got a lot of options. That playbook can really open up on 2nd and inches.
Fights his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Appalachian State. Now they line up to kick the extra point. And there's the point after. I believe they're lining up to attempt an onside kick. And the receiving team has recovered. Oh, and he fumbles. So the Appalachian State offense is back out on the field now. So here's the first play of the drive. They're set up at the 43. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. They bring him down quickly, a short pitch and catch to get a little bit closer to the marker. 2nd down after that previous play. There's the snap, and he's looking to throw. It's intercepted. Tried to fire it into a tight window. And he's wrapped up after a solid return.
Well, this defense has been great the entire football game here. They knew they had a lot of pressure on them in the playoff. They stepped up and played well all game long, and now they get a critical interception here late in this game.
Getting close to midfield now. They bring him down to the 47. 2nd down after that run on the previous play. And now the running back's got it again. Tackled, but only after picking up a fresh set of downs.
Hey, you got to do what you got to do. You got to rely on that offensive line in the running game here to be able to secure a victory. Good call, and just keep working that clock.
Brought down after picking up 5 yards, so 2nd and 5. Keep it on the ground to work the clock here. There's the tackle, but first down yardage. The Sooners look to keep this drive moving.
Sometimes I almost get mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, the eyes that carry their feet to the open space, making people miss. I just love watching those guys do well.
The Sooners line up on 1st and 10 now. Keeping it on the ground here. Will he score here? Brought down at the 3. That was a solid run. And the player is down injured after that last play. We'll take a timeout while they check him out. They'll try to run it in on 1st and goal. Run it up the middle, but stuff for no gain.
That back just had nowhere to go. Got to give credit to the defense and their run fits on that play.
And that's the 2-minute warning as this offense tries to work the clock, getting closer now to an impressive victory. To the air, it's Ramirez. And it's picked off in the end zone.
Wow, a risky call by the offensive coordinator, playing with the lead in the playoff in the 2nd half, throwing the football. I don't disagree with it, but now you give this defense a chance to create a turnover, and they capitalize here with the pick.
The App State offense goes back on the field. Well, this has been a disappointment. They've had their doors blown off here, just playing for pride at this point. A sack in the play could not escape the pass rush. The clock is still running. They've got to get set quickly. Looking to pass here on 2nd down. He's picked for a 3rd time tonight. Not a long return, but the important thing, the pick wipes out a scoring threat. The offense will take over from the 29. Watch the call here. The drive begins with excellent field position. And there's the handoff. He shreds the tackle. They get the senior to the ground, but it's a nice run there.
You know, I'd say this run is pretty emblematic of what we've seen all day long. No matter what they've done on offense, the guys up front have controlled the line of scrimmage.
They've given a quarterback time to throw. They've been able to run, really, whatever they wanted to. That's why points are going up on the board. Right now, the psyche of this offense is we're in control, and we can do whatever we want, whatever we feel like doing.
And the Sooners looking to punch it in here. It's 1st and goal. In the playoffs, it's survive and advance. This is a crucial W. Great performance, but now the stage gets even bigger. The challenges will continue going forward.
Yeah, more and more pressure will grow as this team continues to win football games, but you and I have been around this team all year long. So impressed with the emotions and how they're able to contain themselves, stay focused on the task at hand. They did that again today. They advance. Cannot wait to watch and see what they can do next week.
And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. From Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.